you guys so much. Favorite singer. Man, I mean, this is just so exciting to be chosen as a favorite singer. I can't be there with y'all, you know, and I know everybody say, oh man, Will, how you gonna play us like that? You supposed to show up. I'm working on my brand new movie, The Wild Wild West. And a lot of people were asking me, Will, what does getting jiggy with it mean? And like, jiggy is like, well, hold on, no, it's like let's say that like if you were like to sit down, right? You know, you sit down. Well, no, it's I'm really not sure what jiggy means, but it sounded real cool to put into a record. So I just said jiggy, and when you say jiggy, you sound real cool. Damn what it means. But I just want to say thank you to everybody for choosing me this morning. I'm so excited. And Rosie, I love you, baby. Miss you.
I love you too, Will. Let's hear it for Will Smith.
Next on our discussion of Will Smith videos, we have a pick from Ryan. Ryan, what's our next music video?
Party Starter.
Also known as Party Farter in France.
That's right. See? Us here in the studio, y'all watching and listening from home. The important thing in your head, in your heart, is that everyone learns something. Now, when we first pitched, it's true. It's true.
It's not true.
Well, we learned some.
Don't
we learned some. I'll die on that hill.
Why did you want to talk about Party Starter?
I didn't, but here's what I did want to talk about. Knowing that Will Smith began as, late 80s, early 90s hip-hop artist, exploded into movie stardom after big success on TV, I went, I know Wild Wild West, I know Men in Black, I know Getting Jiggy With It, I know the hits. They're huge, and part of the American zeitgeist, it's part of our culture. But at some point...
With a lowercase c.
With a very lowercase c. At some point, Will Smith decided to stop making music. And I want to know, how did that Hindenburg crash? How bad did it have to get for it to stop? And the answer is 2005's Party Starter.
This was the last album he put out.
That's it, baby.
12-year break in his music output.
Now, we're gonna talk about the song because it's a video from a song that exists. Party Starter is the first time that a man of so many talents is looking really tired. He looks like he doesn't want to do this anymore. And we agree. The first thing you're going to probably notice is that it sounds a lot like a Ludacris song.
Because he co-wrote it.
I bet he wrote every word.
The video was directed by Paul Hunter, who did a lot of music videos, including D'Angelo's How Does It Feel? Have you guys seen that one?
Yeah.
It's kind of a classic.
It's a fun one.
This video, not as good. Not as good.
No. This, to me, really feels like Will Smith going, it's 2005, hip-hop is a much younger person's game, I'm a little too old, tell me what the kids are listening to, tell me what the kids like. And when you don't know, when you need like support staff, producers, other artists to tell you, it's time to hang up the hip-hop hat.
He's still attacking it with the Will Smith approachable energy that he always has.
Oh, yeah.
The lyrics are kind of about that. Like, they are kind of like, look, I started the party. I was here, like, on the ground floor of, like, the MTV hip-hop movement. Yeah. This is what it's become, and it sucks now, so... Yeah, he does. There's a bit of, like, music kind of stinks now, to it. Like, the video itself is very 2005.
Yes.
In a way that, like, kind of makes you scratch your head and be like, what exactly was the look of 2005?
Right before, like, Lady Gaga, Bad Romance, Katy Perry, California Girls. We're YouTube. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the video itself goes from, once again, Will Smith goes from different costume changes and different musical genres, but now he's, like, almost parodying the contemporary popular stuff of 2005.
It does feel like, yeah, you're right. It does feel almost like a borderline satirization of, like, this is what you guys want, right?
Are you not entertained?
The whole party on different floors motif reminded me a lot of Turn Down for What, the Lil Jon video. I'm a big fan of that video.
Which is great. For the folks at home, to stop watching us. No, don't stop watching us. But when you get a chance.
It's strange to see Will Smith at this point of his career and this point in time. Because, culturally, because everyone knows what the 70s, 80s, and 90s look like.
And when I think of when we were in high school, we were in our teens, I think of people in like Junko Jeans and Tony Hawk and Avril Lavigne. But 2005, this is like right when we were 18, right when, again, pre-HD, pre-broadband, broad adaptation across the world. It doesn't quite have its own identity, but you do see ingredients in this video that would pop up in other music videos. A few years later, it'd be done much better.
Yeah, like there's the whole segment that's in kind of like a mosh pit. It's kind of a new metal.
Yes.
They got the cage in front of the band, and that's a thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's weird seeing Will Smith in that kind of setting, I guess.
I think he agreed because he stopped making music.
I do like the bit where the cute girl walks up to him and he doesn't say anything and she walks away and he reaches over to a record table and rewinds the record and makes her walk back to him like in the movie Click.
Like in the movie Click. Or like in the music video Will 2K.
Yeah.
I guess you could say the hook of, it's not even a hook, but he's in some sort of apartment or room that has a lot of like swiveling walls and objects move around, and it's
Jamiroquai land,
Arnold's
if you will.
bedroom.
Yeah, hey, Arnold's bed.
His room looks like if a genie lived inside of a Rubik's Cube.
Yeah. There's one part where he does a twirl, he does a spin.
Yep.
And everything in the room does a spin and it all goes orange. That was kind of a neat effect.
Yeah.
Considering he actually played a genie, I expect better from Will Smith. But there clearly has... That's true, he did.
Well, Alibaba, he had them 40 thieves.
At a certain point, he stopped doing it, and one could argue by Party Starter it was a little too long.
Are you questioning why he's still doing music at this point? Is that what you're saying?
Exactly.
Yeah. It might have been,
I think he just loves it.
it might have been
Maybe.
maybe to the record label. Like,
Yeah.
seriously, like those two previous records of his were absolutely huge. Like Big Willie Style and Millennium are two mega hits.
So wait, was this 2005?
Yeah.
Yes, 2005.
Anything in between? Millennium, which I assume was 1999.
This probably, before this is, like I said, that eerie, Uncanny Valley Shark Tale movie with the bad CGI with him and...
Scorsese.
Yep, with the eyebrow shark and Christina Aguilera is a shark, another fish. They're not all sharks, there's fish. Will Smith is a weird...
Fish in that movie can talk?
Oh, I thought it was just a silent fish.
It's a movie about CGI fish, and he's a Will Smith-ish looking fish. But yeah, the music video part of his career is an okay thing to put to bed, but the guy's not far from done.
At least he swung hard with like the Ludacris collab, and the video he isn't lazy, like in like energy wise. Like
His delivery doesn't work over this kind of music so much.
Yeah.
No.
I like the backing track, but it just doesn't fit. Ultimately, though, I did like.
Did you?
Song. I like the lyrics devolve into kind of a grumpy old man rant about.
Yeah.
I do too. Yeah, they do. And I'm like, yeah, Will Smith.
You know, back when rap was smart and multi-layered, we could rap without A&Rs and ultimatums. Damn. Now today I say
It goes into like a shitty like Texas shack or something, and there's line dancers, and it's just not
like line dances for like 4 seconds.
Yeah, and then some like Russian guys in tracksuits are doing the little squat.
It's a real
Will Smith can do them too, and then they're like, all right, cut. Let's go back to the original room and finish up the music video.
The move nowadays is to become a big pop star and then do everything you can to stop making music because it doesn't make you money. Screw it, I'll point fingers. Lady Gaga is obviously, she doesn't want to make music anymore. She wants to be an Oscar actress. Janelle Monáe has had several movies she's done. Will Smith
pioneered that. He pioneered it.
He like held on to this like hybrid model where it's like, listen, in 2005, I guess CDs still sold. So it is a very specific moment in time, and it's a very specific career track that Will Smith was on when he made Party Starter. And it makes the whole thing feel kind of like, it isn't real. Like you watch it, this isn't real.
It's so odd. It's so weird. Yeah, we shouldn't discuss his music video career without acknowledging the guy's gone on for decades and decades since with his real career, while acknowledging the music video phase ended at a certain point. How did it end? The party he may have started the party, but he also ended it. But you know where the party kept going? A little place we like to call the Wild Wild West.
that began the nightmare on my street.
Nightmare on my street, 1980.
A little place called Elm Street.
Doctor, what on earth do you think happened to that poor boy?
For our next and penultimate video, let's go back to the 80s. What video are we going to cover?
Not A Nightmare on Elm Street, A Nightmare on My Street. Oh,
So in the late 80s, Fresh Prince and DJ Jazzy Jeff were hitting it big. They put out their album, He's the DJ, I'm the Rapper. And this song was actually the first song on the album. It was track 1.
Yeah.
And they hadn't been approved by New Line Cinema to make a song about Freddy.
New Line Cinema.
This is between Nightmare on Elm Street 3 and 4. And if you didn't know, Freddy Krueger was just cranking out movies every 10 months.
Yeah,
Freddy Mania.
At this point, New Line Cinema had been talking with a few hip-hop acts about doing the big song, the big single for the 4th Freddy Krueger movie. And that honor eventually went to the Fat Boys.
Fred Krueger the myth, but Fred Krueger the man. It doesn't matter because I'm still rapping about him, understand?
Who do a music video with Freddy Krueger.
He raps in the song.
Yep.
Stay ready, cause you know who's back. Freddy.
That song,
I think Will Smith thought about that.
he probably laughed at it because that song only peaked at number 80-something on the charts, whereas A Nightmare on My Street was in the top 20. This is the best-selling Freddy Krueger album, by a mile, if you're going to call it a Freddy Krueger album.
Even better than Freddy's actual album. That must have hurt.
1, 2, 3, 4. What's it now? What?
This video has an interesting history. Are either of you read up on what happened?
I remember when it was a lost music video.
Yeah.
Where I could read about it, I could listen to the song, but there was no way to watch the music video.
Yeah, you couldn't see this video for 30-something years. The video got shot and produced and edited, but yeah, it had this kind of mythic quality because legally it couldn't be released.
They went we're going to record a commercial for New Line Cinema, and clearly they like it, and they went, nah, we don't. We didn't ask you to do that. You don't own
Weird fan song, right?
Yeah.
Will Smith and company decide, hey, let's make a song about Freddy Krueger because Freddy Krueger's huge. They go to New Line Cinema and claim, hey, yo, we already have this song made and we can legally release it under fair use because we're just talking about Freddy Krueger, the character, and it's called The Nightmare on My Street, not A Nightmare on Elm Street. So there are some light discussions between the record label and the movie studio, but at the same time, the Fat Boys had already been signed on. And the song is already in the can, it's already mixed, it's already done when these discussions start. And as a flex, after the Fat Boys single has been announced publicly, the people over at Jive Records or BMG, whoever it was at the time, they went out and they shot the video over 2 days, just have it ready because the movie's gonna be in theaters in August. So they're shooting this video in June for a movie that's coming out and they legally don't have the right. The video really pushes the legal buttons here.
It's fun.
It's really fun.
It's maybe my favorite of the ones that we've done, just because it is that that cheap 80s hyper reality effect, but with the monster in it. So it's it's good.
He's not Freddy with a capital F. He's just Hip Hop Monster number 2 or something.
The original character, do not steal Freddy Krueger.
Got a leather jacket. He doesn't have a fedora.
He looks like Poltergeist from that Sega Genesis house-possessing video game.
Yeah, he's got Frankenstein-like elements.
He's got an audio level meter jammed into one eye.
Yep.
And his claws are record needles.
I think his ears are tweeters or something. They're little speakers.
It opens with DJ Jazzy Jeff in the hospital and all of his loved ones are crying around the bed going, what happened to you? What happened to you? And he just screams out.
So what does Will Smith do? Does he just go to sleep or something?
Yeah, he bravely goes to bed.
Goes into a house. There's a bat on a string, so you know it's good. Max the bat
Goes to bed. It is like Ebenezer Scrooge.
Yeah, with the nightcap and everything.
The sun visual gags in this one, the hand coming out.
Oh, it's like reaching for the remote and it has trouble finding it.
Yeah, it's really good.
Freddy's roaming around. He's got candles for fingers at one point. He's burning a voodoo doll.
Fresh Prince.
Yeah. Fresh Prince, yeah.
The souls of your friends, you and I will claim. You've got the body and I got the brain.
Does he evoke Freddy Krueger in any real way?
Beyond the claw hand, yeah.
He lets get you in your dreams.
Yeah, but visually he's very different. It feels like
Freddie's cool cousin.
I'm Country Freddie. He's City Freddie. Like these his cousins. They're both named Freddie. You're Freddie number 2. Like, Mom, I want to be real Freddie.
How does Will Smith get out of being sleep murdered in this video? Doesn't he just gotta like escort him out the front door, then kick him on the butt or something?
Yeah, I'm remembering him pulling up the bed sheets and they're all torn up because, you know, what happens in the dream can...
Wakes up.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, it really was a nightmare on my street.
Fucking fun. It's fun.
So the music video gets made, about 24 tapes are produced, and because of the lawsuit with New Line, they're ordered to all be destroyed. The video was never seen by the public eye. And then in 2018, the production designer of the video we mentioned earlier, he handed over a few production stills like Will Smith and City Freddie. And then less than 2 months later, some anonymous YouTuber uploaded a really crappy VHS rip of the video that had some growing pains episode interspliced in at one point, like 2 seconds. Yeah, like someone taped over it, like, oops. And then shortly after, on DJ Jazzy Jeff's YouTube channel, a couple weeks later, he posted the high fidelity, like the best possible capture you could get off a VHS tape of that video. And no one's ever come out and said why, like why we can suddenly watch it. It might have been a cat's out of the bag situation. My guess is that the Nightmare on Elm Street, like, rights rescinded to the Wes Craven estate. Maybe if New Line ever acquires the rights again, that music video will magically disappear. But who cares? The cat's out of the bag. Everyone can watch it now. Like, it's going to be freebooted and uploaded forever.
Yeah, you're living you, the viewer, are living in a golden age of being able to watch Nightmare on My Street. So please take advantage.
It would have sucked to die in like 2017.
Wait, why did Wes Craven die? Do you think he ever watched that music video?
Oh, I bet. I bet he had a copy.
It's crazy to think that there was a period in time where the Freddy Krueger 4 tie-in song was so coveted that Will Smith would do anything by hook or crook to get the song out there.
He was trying to get into the film industry, like through the side door, I guess.
There was like a soft offer from New Line that said, hey, as a make good, we would like to extend a movie offer to the two of you if you'd like to take it. They didn't take it. A lot of people think those movies became the house party movies.
Interesting.
What? The house party!
Kid and Play, second on the list.
Do you like this video better than the Fat Boys video?
Tough to get. Will Smith is more charismatic, but the Fat Boys one actually has Robert Englund, Freddy Krueger.
It's time for Freddy.
And literally sings, my name's Freddy Krueger, and I'm here to say. That's a hard, I mean.
So you better get ready.
Yeah. Freddy. Oh, at long last, it's finally come. The last music video we're going to discuss. Going out on top.
Yep.
Everyone's favorite. Wiki. Wild Wild West.
Wild Wild West. It's the Wild Wild West, everyone.
It's better than the movie for sure.
Yeah, it is.
1999, Will Smith. This is the first time there was a chink in his armor. Wild Wild West comes out. Will had turned down doing The Matrix, famously.
Yep.
A lot of the same team from Men in Black had reunited to make the movie. Obviously not Tommy Lee Jones. He had better things to do.
But this time we got Kevin Kline.
Yeah, this song samples several songs, and it feels like everyone who agreed to have their music repurposed into this song said they would do it with the caveat that they got to be in the video. Because there's like 10 cameos in this video.
Oh, yeah.
Like, there's a lot of cameos in this video. Like, obviously, Drill, Cisco, Steve-O. I can't say Cisco. It's Stevie Wonder back in that side.
The actor who portrayed Carlton. Yep, Alfonso.
Yep, and a guy who looks like Kenneth Branagh.
He looks, if you squint a little, you cut back real quick, that could be Kenny.
And Salma Hayek's clearly in the video. Is Enrique Iglesias in this video?
Yeah.
He's one of the guys that mugs at Jim West when he walks into that steampunk palace. Let's go through the story of the video. There are 2 cuts of this music video.
Yes.
There's like the quick and dirty 4-minute cut that's cut to the song. And then there's the longer cut of the video, which involves
A narrative.
There's like 2 or 3 extra story beats. There's like an action scene in the middle.
Unlike in the film, where we find that Selma Hayek goes back to her husband at the sorry to spoil Wild Wild West.
Yes.
In this, Selma Hayek and Will Smith are just a couple because who cares?
Yeah.
Who cares?
This music video just gives you what you think the movie's going to be, because they're assuming
Spiders.
they're assuming you're watching this music video before you see the movie.
Oh, it's building hype. Absolutely.
No one on the face of God's green earth, when saw Wild Wild West, went home and said, man, I just need more Wild Wild West, and hunted down the music video.
No.
But this music video was on the VHS tape.
Stay tuned after the movie for 2 music videos, Will Smith's Wild Wild West and Bailamos by Enrique Iglesias.
Story of the video. Salma Hayek is romantically involved with
Jim West.
He has a nightmare about spiders and Loveless.
Honey, what's wrong?
Loveless.
Salma Hayek offers to go get Jim West a drink of water. She gets up, walks 6 feet away, sees a bunch of scary spiders, and then gets kidnapped by Loveless to some sort of steampunk club in the middle of the desert.
Yeah. Kind of happens in the movie, right?
No!
We do a digital zoom over the dark desert as the sun's setting, and we get that Stevie Wonder beat going.
Yeah. The song slaps. It's dumb as hell, but I think we all like it, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I mean, we've been singing it all day.
All day.
Really have.
Yeah.
It's such a goddamn earworm. And I didn't know until the other day that Kool Moe Dee had made a song called Wild Wild West.
Yeah. Wild Wild West.
My notes include that this video and song cleaned up at the Kids' Choice Awards. It won an award for favorite male singer, favorite song, and lastly, favorite song from a movie.
The Kids' Choice Award goes to Wild Wild West! Woo! Woo! Are you gonna go to the party later, Will? Will, I gotta ask you, what are you gonna do with all those blimps you won?
Yeah, I don't know.
The start of the music video proper looks great. It's like a huge Western set.
I love this part of the
Buildings are on fire in the background. It's all real.
But the opening scene is just a ton of coverage. If you know how video editing works and how film productions are handled, it is exhaustive to comprehend how much footage is in this video. Holy crap, there's just shotguns of cameras being fired at this thing. There's so many angles, and every angle does pop, aside from the obviously green screen shots of Cisco and everyone in front of. It's like a steampunk piece of glass they're projecting footage of Kevin Kline into.
Yeah. Oh, but you know who looks cool is Cisco. I love the shirtless, like with the Western vest.
Like a lot of these videos and songs we've talked about, Will Smith's not really carrying the dancing or singing.
No.
And Cisco really picks up the slack. Story-wise, we progress from Will Smith mugging and hanging out on the Western facade doing his thing to him walking through
Dr. Loveless's thing. Party.
his dungeon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then what happens? Whoa! They start dancing.
Will Smith's trying to keep up.
But there are some like Western saloon harlot.
Yeah.
He rips off some skirts.
Yeah. My favorite image of Will Smith in pop culture. It's at one point Will Smith does like his poor man's spin. He's so self-satisfied. He just tips his hat like, I did it. I did it. Dance boom.
In the long cut, he goes into like this dark room where it's got to be dark because Kenneth Branagh
Isn't in the bit. Mr. Branagh, if you're willing to do the film Wild Wild West, you're not too good to do this music.
This isn't on him. When they went to make this music video, they should have known, like, well, we didn't get it in writing that he'd do the music video. Okay, so let's write around that. No. Loveless is always in shadow. Mm-hmm. He's always obscured by the gun, and he screams things like, "You will never escape." You can run, but you cannot hide. And when his gun isn't working, he hits it and screams, "Wonk, damn you!"
I love it. Yeah, he's like Dr. Claw now.
Yeah, Dr. Claw. My spiders are slippery.
There's some good lines about spiders.
Salma Hayek says, "I hate spiders."
I hate spiders.
Hush up now, lovely.
Oh no, more spiders.
During the extended cut, which is the real video, let's be honest, he before he fights Lovelace, there's like a 3-second beat where one of Lovelace's henchwomen throws a shuriken and Jim dodges it and then looks back unimpressed. And then she's just kind of written out of the video. He pulls Salma Hayek, who I don't know her name, out of the spider chair, bats a tarantula off her cleavage, and they end up running away from Lovelace's
other spider. She's stuck in a spider on the ground, like a spider bed.
Yeah.
But there's another spider coming from the ceiling.
spider cage.
Yeah.
Cobweb, glass.
The spider motif is way stronger in this than the movie where there's a giant mechanical spider.
What, is there something about
'Cause
spiders in the Confederacy I don't understand?
There isn't. But spiders have 8 legs, and Lovelace has none. He's overcompensating.
Okay, that's art, I guess. So Jim West and the girl run away from the guns, and they jump through a plate glass window, and then Jim West gets fucked, and the video ends.
He gets fucked?
That's the video, right? Like, she apples off his head, like, they're getting
Right, yeah.
It's not just like, bang!
oh, no.
I got my legs back with my spider powers.
He gets fucked on his taxes.
Let's talk about the legacy of this song. They performed it live at the VMAs. But this performance is kind of infamous, right?
With it.
Well, why do you want to talk about it?
Because it's amazing. It's like,
I don't remember it
also
vividly.
Like purple cowboy suit. Stevie Wonder's there. They have like live horses on stage, right? At least one horse, right?
Sure, I did watch it.
Remember, I didn't watch it before this, but you got to look up the VMA performance.
Did they get Kenneth Branagh?
No.
Oh,
Someday. The only thing I know about that performance is that everybody walked off stage and they left Stevie Wonder on stage.
oh no!
And one of the guys from Drew Hill had to go out like 2 minutes later and get him off stage. And on the initial live broadcast, you saw that, like in a wide shot. You saw like him running back out, like getting him off stage. You can't find it now. At least I couldn't find it.
Shame on that. Jokes aside, come on.
Just like utter decadence, though, like this VMA performance.
So again, in 1999, this over-the-top, outrageous, expensive, decadent performance showing off the height of the American entertainment industry.
I know where you're going with this.
Did Osama bin Laden, did he see Wild Wild West at the VMAs?
Yeah.
It's possible.
And he was like, the West must fall.
I'm talking about bin Laden because 1999 is 2 years away from September.
I mean, that's when he was plotting. That's when he was starting to scheme.
Yeah.
Well, Wild Wild West, we've covered a lot of... I'm not cut out to host this.
We've been talking for like 3 hours. I don't know what we'll edit this down to, but the wacky world of Will Smith. And we didn't even do his like most popular music.
We didn't do Getting Jiggy With It. We didn't do Miami. We didn't do Just the Two of Us.
So there could be a Will Smith part 2.
No.
I think we did the music videos that like we felt strongly about, I guess.
And most of them fell into the exact same hole of 96 to 99. And that's kind of when I think people our age had him most thoroughly on the radar. He was such a superstar at that time. And he is still like a big deal actor.
He won the highest on the Academy Award for Best Actor.
Do we think career-wise he'll ever do a Men in Black movie again?
Hungry. I think he could. I think at this stage of the game, if they're like, Will Smith, could you do a music video tie-in like you did for a 90s IP? He'd be like, no.
This kind of already happened with the Aladdin movie.
Yeah.
That's kind of why they brought him in.
They trotted him out on like Jimmy Fallon or whatever, and he literally sang the song like on the couch. It wasn't like a big performance, but he was kind of flexing like, I still got.
You got some power in your corner now.
They do this a lot these days. When an IP is getting resurrected that had a heyday at a specific point in time, like Sonic the Hedgehog.
Yeah.
Yep.
Casting will be decided, predicated on that time period. What was a big deal in the mid-90s? Jim Carrey. Put Jim Carrey in the movie. We've talked about it a bunch on our podcast.
Yep.
I think like Barbie movie with Matchbox 20 is kind of doing the same.
Yes. Yeah. And I think Will Smith would... I could see... He's the one celebrity I can think of where they could use the lead actor as the singer again. I could see a movie come out, and I was alluding to it with maybe a Men in Black movie again, because they tried a Men in Black movie without him and it lost crazy amounts of money. I think it's possible that in a few years, he's still working, but he's not quite where he was a few years ago for obvious reasons. I could see them approaching him, Sony and Columbia Pictures, going, please do another Men in Black. Please do another song. Just try it.
You're making me imagine like a future where Will Smith has to be in like cheaper movies, like he's got money problems, like
Nicolas Cage.
Yeah, and I kind of want that. I kind of want like Will Smith to be in a bunch of shit.
Finally.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, everybody at home, thank you so much. It's been another episode of the Vidnight Society. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.
While we're here, I do want to, we can just like, stick this in here. There was one music video that I almost wanted to pick. I think it was called I Think I Can Beat Mike Tyson. Something like that. And Mike Tyson's in the music video, as is Don King.
Really? They got them both?
Check that one out. It's weird and pretty funny. And Don King killed somebody?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he's a piece of shit.
Yeah.
Is he dead?
No, I don't think so.
We'll get there.
Somebody way back in the day. Some loser.
That's not what we're gonna. Hey Google, play Wild Wild West.
Don King is Don King.
Wild Wild West. Here it is on YouTube Music.
No, you don't want none of this. It's got of this.